Dad?
Aren't you sleeping yet? It's time for bed, honey.
Dad, I can't sleep. Can you tell me a bedtime story?
All right. What do you want to hear?
Something about an adventure.
A Story About My Uncle is a narrative-driven, first-person platformer from Gone North Games and Coffee Stain Studios. Those scared of heights need not apply. The story is presented as a tale from the unnamed player character after the events of the game. It starts off as you begin searching for your Uncle Fred in his house, but instead find one of his adventure suits tailor-made for you. After you find a secret launch pad, you get flung into space to follow the trail of crumbs he laid out for you. That's about as much as the story I feel okay with revealing, as it is the game's main focus and why I would guess something many people want to experience for themselves, even though it was an aspect that I found thoroughly underwhelming. From a story perspective, I just flat out didn't care what happened. The game pushes you towards a few of these characters that it presents, but due to a lack of investment, it just comes off as a hollow experience. It didn't ever really feel like the gameplay moved the story along, and instead felt like the story was there just to take you to the next amazing vista or cavern. Which is a bit odd, since the big marketing point for this game was its story. Heck, it's even in the title. But I would be more upset over this issue if the movement system were so much dang fun. Seeing what next awesome view the game took me to, along with getting into more and more crazy platforming situations, was easily the best part of the game. The levels seem pretty linear at first, but each one has some room for exploration, and each of the 5 brings something new to the table that allows you to explore them in different ways. Yep, 5 levels. It's a short game, no way around that. I played the entire story in just about 2 hours, and I imagine for many will be the biggest issue when looking into buying it. At $13 US, the game probably sits a little outside the value range for most. It does try to add some replayability with a time trial and a few unlocks here and there, but even in these areas it feels like more missed potential. The time trial is nice, but the imprecise nature of the grapple, something that isn't an issue in the story as you can quickly reset, just isn't as fun when put under a time requirement. And the unlocks, from what I can see, are just small cosmetics that may add a few giggles, but don't add much real value. I enjoyed my time playing A Story About My Uncle, as short as it was, even if the game just didn't follow through with some of the things it set out to do. The simply joyous nature of flying around the beautiful landscapes overcame those pitfalls. I would love to see the developers do more with this system, even if it was a couple levels disconnected from the story entirely. If what you've seen interests you, then I'd absolutely recommend it, but you may want to wait for a sale first.